How's it going, guys, and welcome to another episode of Top 5 Fridays. Lately, if you've been following me on Twitter or came to hang in one of my streams, you would have seen that I'm not a massive fan of the new zombies in Spaceland. So I thought the best way to express my feelings towards the game was to list the top 5 things that ruined this map for me, and today my top 5 will be the top 5 things that Infinity Ward did wrong with zombies in Spaceland. Now sit back, relax, get a snack or a drink, and let's jump right in to number 5. So coming in at number 5, we have putting items inside the map with no indications of what we need to collect. Now the reason I put this at number 5 on the list was because it's the more opinion related one, and one that's more me whining about things that don't necessarily affect the game in any way, but affect my fun whilst playing it. Zombies in the past has always had indicators to tell us that this item or this thing is somewhat of importance to the map and that we need to collect it. Let's take the shield in Red Cove for example. If we ever came across a part, it'll tell us we need to collect it because it is important. However, what Infinity Ward did with zombies in Spaceland was put around 15 to 20 parts around the map with no indication of what we need to collect. Obviously, the fact we have Neil, but he's honestly useless anyway. I don't waste my time collecting his parts because he has no use in the map at all. In the map, there is no images on posters, or even around the map, there's no parts to match up and say that, okay, this is a part we need to collect, add it to your inventory, and let's move on. There isn't even a faint overlay in the menu just to give us a little show of what we're looking for. Instead, they only gave us the outline of the object and gave it a possible 3 spawn locations each time we jump into the game. Now, people think that this makes it more interesting to look for, but honestly, it's just a nightmare and really is not that fun to play. Now, I did mention before at the start that this is opinion related for this first one, and maybe you guys don't agree with it at all, but I want to hear your opinion as well. If you do or don't want to agree, then just let me know in the comment section below. Coming in at number 4 is when you knife, you can't pull back. Now, this is something that probably most of you agree with, but if you actually don't have a clue what I'm talking about, let's go and take a trip back to Black Ops 3. As you can see on the screen, when I'm knifing a zombie, I can press back on my left thumbstick and it'll pull me away from the zombie, giving me multiple chances to knife and not have to worry about dying. Now let's go back into Infinite Warfare Zombies, and as you can see, when I'm knifing, it actually lunges me into them with absolutely no way of pulling away at all. You're probably thinking, why do you even care? It's not even a massive thing, but honestly, if you've put as many hours into Zombie as me, and I can guarantee that about 99% of you have, you would know that knifing and pulling away was extremely useful for when you run out of ammo or even trying to build points. The fact that Infinity Ward have taken this out of zombies in Spaceland just means that when you run out of ammo and have no tickets or money to buy anymore, you really are screwed. Taking my number 3 spot today is the mystery reel repeats the same weapons a lot. Now, there is no doubt at all that you could survive it long enough and possibly do the Easter egg with only wall weapons and not have to spin the wheel at all. But I think we all know that all the special weapons or the more powerful weapons are always hidden inside, making us use their crappy RNG system to try and roll a good gun. Not only that, but in the future, we could have a map that needs a specific weapon from it, just like in Revelations, and if Infinity Ward, if they don't fix the RNG system, we are really all screwed and we're going to have a lot of problems. Honestly, I'd be able to deal with it if it rerolled a good or even a useful gun. But when I'm spinning the wheel, about 90% of the time, I'll get a sniper, never rolled an LMG or even the axe, and I've used it about 100 plus times over 20 plus games. And maybe some of you are saying, well, I'm always getting the axe or an LMG and the wheel's just fine. Then I think you are just extremely lucky because I've got countless streams on my channel and I was always rolling a sniper. Again, this is my personal opinion, and maybe you think that the mystery wheel is fine the way it is. But as always, I want to know your opinion. Add this to the list of stuff to comment down below because I really do like hearing all of your guys' opinions. Coming in at number 2 is the fact that crawlers still move just as fast as normal zombies. Now, the point of crawlers is that they've lost their legs and they can no longer run. So why in the world they still run just as fast or crawl just as fast as runner zombies is beyond me. Now, I don't know if this was a glitch on Infinity War's side or they actually did this on purpose, but there is no point in putting crawlers into the game if you ain't going to use the same mechanics that we're all used to. Like I said about 10 seconds ago, when we make a crawler, they lose their legs. So unless they've all of a sudden turned into the Incredible Hulk and have extremely strong arms able to drag themselves at high speeds, why are they still crawling as fast as runners? Their name says it all. They are crawlers. They crawl. They do not run. And honestly, I've had so many downs where I thought, oh, do you know what? It's alright. It's only a crawler. There is no need to rush. just to be mowed down by it about 5 seconds later. This is something that I can bet a lot of you have noticed, but if not, the next time you go into your game, look out for these little fuckers because they do not play games. Taking my number 1 spot today is the Crown of Zombies, the jewel, the thing that makes the game so interesting and actually worth playing over and over again. And that, my friends, is Easter eggs. More specifically, the fact that Zombies in Spaceland has the smallest and easiest main Easter egg that we know of. Now, don't get me wrong, I love an easy challenge every now and again, but I certainly don't want the main Easter egg of the map to be as easy as this one was. It was that easy that it was even found before the game was released, and even Shadows of Evil took an extra 8 to 9 days to find, even after the release, and fair enough. This is Infinity Ward's first Easter egg, but still, they've had a full year to watch over the community and listen and look at the maps that we're used to playing, and it honestly looks like they haven't done that because, in my opinion, this was the most stupidest Easter egg, well, main Easter egg that I've ever had to do. And as you can probably tell, my first opinions of the map are just dreadful. I just really hope that they do listen to the community and they take notes for their future DLCs, because this isn't what we asked for. We want puzzles and special weapons like the bows or the staffs. We want massive boss fights that take practice to master and beat, and I'm afraid Zombies in Spaceland just doesn't deliver this to any of us. Oh wait, they had elemental weapon damage, but is it useful as the bows, the staff? Heck no. I'm just really hoping that I find a reason to love this map again, or even the next DLC map, because I can't deal with another map like this, I'm afraid. And that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up this week's episode of Top 5 Fridays. If you made it to this part of the video, then congratulations. You've just listened to me whine on for 5 minutes and you made it all the way to the end. Now, if you have made it all the way here and you have enjoyed today's video, then do drop a like on the video. And if you are feeling a little bit cheeky, do drop a subscription. I've been just another UK gamer, and I will catch you guys in another video.